Well, thank God we finally found somebody out there who's also preaching the same words I've been saying all this time about the so-called amnesty bill. They tried this 21 years ago with the then failure Ronald Reagan, who says if we give him permission, that will slow down, even stop. Later carried on by Bush, his predecessor, Bush 41, who I don't like. George Herbert Walker Bush, Sr., who says basically if we sign these North American free trade agreements, that would stop illegal immigration flow. So far, we shipped a bunch of our mill work down to Mexico, who in turn, they couldn't handle it, so they shipped it to China instead. So all we got is a bunch of cluster fucks up in Washington, D.C., who does exactly what I said they do. Not a goddamn thing. That's the problem with the American people, but too many of these people think, oh, we're picking on those poor little helpless illegal aliens. They're breaking the law. They should be tagged like cattle, shipped down there. Instead of prison term, instead of keep shipping them back, we need to have a more secure border. It should be considered an act of war, but when I hear these so-called, what a college professor one time here a few weeks ago was saying that Mexico should declare war against the United States for what we're doing to the illegals, like taking them out of their cushy jobs. But you know, it's funny. Fidel Castro did the same thing 30 years ago under a dim-witted Jimmy Carter's administration. He took advantage of a law that Jimmy Carter helped fashion by bringing the illegals from Cuba into our territory. But they had a good consequence, because not only was he able to release the jailbirds of his area to our prisons at our expense, but also any hard-working Cuban people over there shipped money back home. He didn't have to improve a damn thing. We did it for him. He counted on the stupidity of our president. Fidel Castro probably knows more of the inner workings of our current government than we do. He knows what kind of the Kennedys and them are more socialist than he is. He just lets them do whatever he wants to do. They don't say a damn thing about it. And Mexico had learned from Cuba. The more illegals they send over the border, not only do they got political control, because soon these border states can elect to secede from the Union and go straight into Mexico. They wanted to, they can take back just about all those territories without ever firing a shot. You get enough illegals now with new legislation to make illegals to vote, which some of these states are wanting to do. Hell, they could bring over 4, 6, 12 million a year in the less to the next decade. California be Mexico. They could take everything from Washington State down, half the United States, and even will be Mexican territory before it's all over with. Face it, George Bush, your museum might be in the heart of Mexico. Wouldn't that be funny? But it is. It shows the stupidity of our leadership. For years, they practically sold us down the river. And now, all the thing the Mexicans want is a bigger share of the pie. You think they're going to go down there and work for $2 a day in a mill where they come up here and do some construction job? Or automatically jump in line because they're a minority and get the better paying jobs? Squeezing Americans out? It's going to happen. Our education has already changed. Now, more schools are requiring even as graduation consideration. Before you can get your high school diploma now, you must be fluent in Spanish. It's already happening. The only way we can do that is finally saying enough is enough. Not only reject these amnesty bills, there's laws on the book anyway that's been around for 40 freaking years. Do they pay attention? No, they're just trying to. He's just trying to play the role of Ronald Reagan, who did the same thing. Scoot the law, pass a little bill, say it's a one-time only deal, and then probably in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 more years, We'll have another amnesty, but by that time, there's no need. They'll be taken over again. Mark my words, America. Mark them well. Big John, signing off.